bridging the gap. So if you saw my last video, then you'll know that there's a massive problem in the market because there's trillions of dollars in equity that's not taking ownership into the next generation. There's a gap between motivated seller and motivated buyer, and we created a technology and social network to connect those parties in a more effective way so that everyone can enjoy more wealth and everyone can create more opportunity for their families. So I want to give you an example of real life clients that we're helping with our platform and how when we're funded, we're going to be in a position to help more people just like them. So the first person I want to bring up is Mike. So Mike is from Romania and he owns a successful roofing business and he makes really good money. He makes like $600,000 to $700,000 a year, which is obviously really good. And so his son, like many other entrepreneurs, are finding that his son doesn't want to follow his dad's path in the roofing. His son's like a rapper and is like traveling in Europe and doing his thing. But his dad has a really good roofing company and is making great money. And there's literally money falling from the sky. Like he lives in Florida, as he says. He's like, Ryan, the money is falling from the sky. There's so much opportunity, but I'm not sure if I want to do this for much longer. I kind of want to retire and just travel and enjoy my life. And so Mike, he's completely unaware about private equity and business buying. He's a roofer. He came from Romania. He started a business. He fulfilled the American dream, but he doesn't know the next step. He hasn't created an exit strategy. And so without that exit strategy, he's going to be running his roofing company for years, and then eventually he's going to close it up because he physically is unable to keep running it, or he just doesn't want to run it anymore. And so there's Mike, and then I want to introduce you to Wendell. Wendell's an example of a business buyer who he wants to buy a business, but he's just been unable to do it. He's been in corporate America. He's been trying to buy a business for more than 5 years, and for whatever reason, he's just been unable to complete the transaction. He scoured all of the sites, the app business brokers, the Biz Buy Sells, the Broker Works, and he's like always calling brokers, reviewing financials, looking at the deals, and he just like can't find a deal that actually fits his buying criteria, but he also doesn't have all the financing required to complete the transaction. With SBA, he has to sign his life away if the business fails, and he like pretty much loses his home and his children. And he doesn't have access to private equity because he doesn't have the time to create the relationships. And even if the business was acquired, he doesn't fully have the ability to like install a manager, run that business while maintaining his corporate job. And so for clients like Wendell, we create a service to help him get connected to clients like Mike. So Mike, the seller who has a great roofing business, who doesn't have an exit strategy, can be connected to Wendell, and then our team can facilitate that process, and we can help Wendell by finding managers and operators to replicate what Mike has done successfully. We can help Mike create an exit strategy so that he can pass his business to someone like Wendell that wants to take it over, but then Wendell can be connected to debt or private equity partners to help complete that transaction, and everybody gets to win. So now Mike, the guy from Romania who built a successful business, he's able to sell his business for millions of dollars, and now he has a liquid sum of money that he can use to retire, but he also can invest a portion of that money directly back into our service the same way that Wendell was able to do. And now Mike can become a minority owner in someone else's business that wants to retire. So now Mike can create a successful business, sell his business, use a portion of those proceeds to buy someone else's business, and now Mike can have a portfolio of multiple companies without running the day-to-day operations. And so this is an perfect example of how we're bridging the gap. And so these two contacts were found through our advertising, through our marketing. And so the bigger that our company gets, the more quality contacts like Mike and Wendell we're going to find, the more quality sellers and buyers we're going to be able to connect. And then the more deals that are done, the more money that will be raised for the platform through education and through equity. And that's going to allow us to get in front of more sellers, connect more buyers, more deals that we get done, the bigger that the company is going to grow, eventually to the point that we become public and that we're able to create a general service for the community, for the world, to buy businesses on behalf of them. And that is why we created this company. I really just wanted to highlight how we're bridging the gap, because there's so many instances of Mike and Wendell, motivated sellers and buyers, who've got quality opportunities, but they're just not able to bring it together. And so the bigger our company gets, the more of these deals that we're going to be able to get done, and the more that everyone's going to be able to benefit. So I'm making a video series going through the Acquisition Network pitch deck, explaining how and why we're raising $1 million to complete our product and take things to the next level. I hope you saw great value in understanding how we're bridging the gap, and I'll see you on the next one.